The term pith refers to the true nature, the true essence, or more literally, the center of something. When we look at the cross section of a tree trunk, the centermost or the innermost part is called the pith. Substance means the most essential part of something. When the court is using the doctrine of pith and substance to interpret a statute, the court is evaluating what is the true nature of the statute and what is the real effect of the statute. When is this doctrine of pith and substance actually used? To answer this question, you have to understand the federal structure of India. The Constitution gives the power to make laws, which are the legislative powers. These legislative powers are divided between the central legislature, which is the parliament, and the state legislatures. The 7th schedule of the Constitution has 3 lists: the state list, the central list, and the concurrent list. The central legislature, that is the parliament, has the exclusive power to make laws on the subjects in the central list. The state legislatures have the power to make laws on the subjects in the state list. And both the central and state legislatures have the power to make laws on the subjects in the concurrent list. Now, what happens when the parliament passes a law on a subject in the central or the concurrent list, and that law significantly affects a subject that is listed in the state list? Or what happens when a state legislature passes a law on a subject in the state list or the concurrent list, and that law significantly affects a subject in the central list? In that case, before deciding whether the law is valid or not, the court will look at the pith and substance of the law. Because many laws or statutes may have side effects that are not the main intention of the law, but there may not be any reasonable way of preventing the side effect without affecting the actual primary purpose of the law itself. For example, the actual purpose of a cough syrup is to provide cough relief, which is its pith and substance. But the incidental effect or the side effect may be that it causes drowsiness. And there may not be any reasonable way of preventing that side effect without making the cough syrup ineffective. So, if the actual pith and substance of the law show that it is aimed at a subject that is within the powers of the respective legislature, then the side effect will not make the law invalid. In the State of Bombay versus F.N. Balsara case, the court considered the pith and substance of the Bombay Prohibition Act and determined that its main intention was to impose prohibition on alcohol, which is within the remit of the state legislature. The side effect of this act was on medicinal and toilet preparations that also contained alcohol. And these medicinal and toilet preparations containing alcohol are actually on the union list. Since this was an unintentional side effect of the act, the court held that it will not make the law invalid.